Hey there folks, Kozzi here from Pick 1 Pack 1. And we are up to games 4 to 6 with this Stonescar aggro deck. We've had some very arm wrestly games, a couple of turns where I've just been praying for a specific card to come up and just been beholden at the top of our deck as we weren't quite able to find the card that we needed until either very late or not quite in time. This is a weird hand for us. We got a lot of 2-drops and a lot of 1-drops. And we have 18 power as well, so we're what, 65% chance of drawing the third? Don't like my chances. If we do though, Zen and Destroyer into Amulet or Rampage is still reasonable. But when out of our two draws, I want both a 2-drop as well as a power, or a pair of power. A little bit pessimistic about how this hand is going to play out for me. Opponent's deep in the tank about which first card to play. Okay, so they look as though they're going to be on a very aggressive deck if they're playing in power like that. So we drew the 2-drop this turn, we just want to draw the power. We have what, 16 out of 38? So a fair amount above 50% chance of doing so. But not today. If we did, we would have had a great opportunity to play our Beast Caller's Amulet and get a 5-5, and that would have been close to game. I can't imagine them ever coming back from that. But as we didn't, we're now down, and we're going to be struggling, and we're going to be trying to race here, and hope that they just have a rubbish curve in their hand, really. But no, that's going to be a good way of guaranteeing it. So again, 16 out of 37. Come on, deck. Alright, so we still have a chance to do something, and we're going to stay on with this Amulet plan. Allows us to slow them down pretty effectively. It didn't look like they had fast spells at all from turn 2, so unless they've drawn into a trick, I feel relatively comfortable that we'd stop them for this attack. If they attack in, it makes me think that they have Finest Hour. Do we just go have it, play it? We take 2, I can play my Zen and Destroyer next turn and just get it out of their hand. I think we do. Actually, hang on, if they have it, I want to do it here so at least we trade. Come on. If I have to trade 2 for 1, I'm fine with that. Ooh, okay, so you're chump attacking in. I wonder why. Okay, that makes sense. I feel as though I have better things that I can do than use my Magma Javelin for a 1-drop. So our choice is to play the Fighter or the Destroyer. I think I'd rather play the Destroyer, because if they cast something else I can cast the Fighter and then get in for some damage, which allows me to turn my clock around. If they play something I can kill, I can Javelin it and then attack. But this is how I can start to stabilize the board. And having 3 in the air each turn is going to be a bit of a problem for them. I could cast Soul Collector here and attack him with both, and then I'm very fine if they trade. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good use of my time. The removal the Combre have are generally the silence effects or bounce or whatnot, so I'm not too worried about their ability to deal with the next one. It's once it gets to higher than 4 I should worry. That much is for sure. So would I rather exhaust it? Or would I rather play the Sharpshooter holding up Rampage? Rampage, even if they double block anything, allows me to get in and kill them. Yeah, I like the idea of developing my board more. If that's the case, we don't need to do that first. Just attack like so, and they are heavily incentivized to double block here in order to try and deal with the X3, so this should blow them out. There's a chance they have a harsh rule. If they do, I get blown out by playing this, although they've missed power each turn. And if I do this and they don't have the harsh rule, then I'm threatening lethal. So for that reason, I'm willing just to go have it or die. I'm okay enough with that. And then if they only play one creature next turn, we can Guerrilla Fighter, and we should be more than fine. We had a great hand, we just were missing that third power, and so it just goes to show you the fine line that these games are limited can be balanced upon, where if I didn't draw that third power by my third draw step, I would have lost. Simple as that. I don't think I could have come back. I needed that opportunity. If I hadn't drawn the 2-drop, I would have been in serious trouble too, despite having a hand that had many of my really solid cards. It's just very, very tempo-based, the meta at the moment, which I think informs part of. It's easy to get frustrated when you lose to tempo. I get why people get frustrated at aggro. You feel as though you got something sweet, you just want to do it and see it run. Oh boy, this is a good hand. And I'm on the play too. Just Mike, I think I'm about to demonstrate this whole tempo theory, and I think that you're going to be very lucky if you can win this game. I'll be exceptionally surprised if I don't win this. I think about the only way that I'll lose this game is if you have removal for both of these threats and I flood out and just draw nothing. Nothing but power for the rest of the game. I'm doing a good impression of it for you. Do you have a torch? No? Okay. Well, your day's about to get worse. I talked about curving out in the draft 201 video that I made or finished this morning, although for you guys I guess it will only have come out a couple of days ago because I imagine there'll be a delay on this. And this is exactly what it looks like. If I put the Beastcaller Amulet over here, it becomes a 5/4 quick draw, so it lives. If they choose to block here, they're taking 8, going to 11, and I have 2 4/4s and a 5/5, so I'm okay with that chump attack. And if they trade out with a 4/4, then I still do 6. Not quite lethal. But a 4/3 quick draw and a 5/5 is going to be a real problem, and we've saved up, what, 3 Warcries that I haven't seen yet because I've drawn exclusively power from my opening hand. And so from that video where I was talking about the power of just curving out, that's exactly what it looks like. 1-drop isn't necessarily mandatory, but the only Ronin is a nice upgrade. And even though we drew nothing other than our original hand until that very last draw step, it smashed. Because I just had so much power down on the board so effectively. Okay, last one for the video. 2-0 in this little jaunt. And yeah, we saw pretty much exactly how the deck wanted to play in that last hand. This hand's just as, well, not quite just as good, but it's still very good indeed. Obsidian Golem into Thorn Beast, into Xenon Destroyer with equipment on top, into Dark Return to bring back whatever's died. That's pretty gross to try and work out how to play against. It's a decent draw for them. It means if they want to hold back, it can make my life more uncomfortable. But this looks like a very aggressive film deck, and I need to respect the fact that there's a likelihood that they'll have decent removal. So would I rather play the assembly line or the Xenon Destroyer? I think the Destroyer is the go. It's worse if they have removal, it's better if they don't. They're screwed on power, which is great news for me. And we just want to use our power here, and a 4/4 lifesteal reckless when we have the weapon to get rid of the Death Touch dude is perfectly fine by me. Oh wait, they don't do damage back. Okay. Sorry, I was hazing out for a moment. Sorry about that, folks. That was a dumb play. Okay. If you need to mock someone when they make a mistake, I don't need to listen to it. Could have a lightning strike holding up. It's the likelihood of them having two. High enough that I don't want to risk it. Oh well, we only lost one more chump blocker than we were going to. Which isn't the end of the world. That's going to be a bit of a problem for us. Fortunately we have the Flame Blast, which means that we now know we have a good aggressive option. And if they are using it to stun, then they're going to slow down their development so much, especially whilst they're screwed like this. I think we develop first. We've got time. If all they're doing is stunning creatures, then I really don't care. And this can just be you're on 7, you're dead, so we shouldn't just use it to get rid of a slightly inconvenient Swiftblade. Oh, we can't anyway, we're short the fire, which is a shame. Pretty horrible spot for them to be in. They're basically forced to chump here. Okay, so you'll let me use my infiltrate here then to kill this and see what you develop with. And then we just have an army of big creatures. We can beef up whatever's causing us a problem with the obsidian armor. Attack wide. Okay, so if we put this here... Actually, what are they most likely to block? If they block... Actually, if they block anywhere, it doesn't matter. So let's count up. We got 5, 8, 10, 12, 13, 15 minus 1. Yeah, okay. So we got them dead no matter what we do. We can afford to do all of it anywhere. And whilst it's a shame that we won from being screwed, I don't feel bad about it for a second. I'd probably be more gracious if I wasn't so tired and cranky. But, I don't know. By all means, celebrate what you've done right, commiserate with people, but celebrating when people make a mistake is an act that's worthy of Michael Ennis. And for those of you Aussies who follow rugby league, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Why I don't have a lot of patience for it. Sweet, so we had a solid run through then. 3-0 through that middle leg. We have up to 3 more matches to go. Stonescar Aggro being aggressive, doing its thing, curving out beautifully, and going wide on a board and then getting just, you know, those extra couple of points of damage in. It's nice to see a deck do what it's meant to do, and geez, that was a fast one. 16-minute video. There you go. Alrighty, folks, look forward to seeing you for our final couple of matches with this Stonescar Aggro build. I've been Kozzi drafting for Pick 1 Pack 1, and I'll see you guys in just a moment.